your host with the most. Now, obviously, Fallout 76. Sorry about yesterday with the Greedfall and how short that was. I had planned on playing that for hours, but the game is crap. I wrote about it in my blog. It's, of course, my opinion. There's tons of people out there that absolutely love the game, including Mr. Matty. But the camera, the motion of the camera, and the blur and everything for that, and the way they have it set up for some of the quests, and the fact that they didn't even use a more intuitive control scheme for fighting and stuff, just no, I'm good. There are tons and tons of RPGs out there that use more intuitive control schemes that they could have gone with. The same type of scheme, heart attack being, right R1, normal attack being the R2, which is the trigger button, block being L2, dodge being L1, and then doing the fury and all that on the buttons and on the regular buttons instead. But instead, they just completely jumbled it up and made it really hard to remember, let alone do. And then on top of that, they made the I went into a lot of different details in my blog when I did my review. I also did another opinion article about relationships, communication, and lust. And it's a very brief read. Most of my articles are take less than 5 minutes usually to read. And in that one I talk about how communication is the most important part of any relationship of any kind. And it's what a lot of people fail at doing, especially when it comes to their more lustier side of things, and how frustrating dating has been, and how, because I have so many hard lines that I will not cross or rules that I will not break when it comes to dating and the type of people I will date, and it has nothing to do with what they look like or anything like that. It has to do with whether they're married, whether they're in an open relationship or not, stuff like that. I have very hard line things that I will not cross. And unfortunately, in this day and age, it's more popular to cheat emotionally, mentally, physically than it is to communicate. So it's just a little bit of an annoying thing that I'm dealing with. So I wrote about it. I even wrote about one of my own experiences, without going into too much detail. No names, no specific dates or anything. But wrote about a girl that I used to date in high school, and slightly outside of high school as well, because she was 2 years younger than me. And when we first started dating, when she was 14 and I was 16, we never did anything that would be considered sex. Just kissing, cuddling, sleeping in the same bed, that kind of thing. But her mom knew, her sister knew, both her older sister and her younger sister knew, and everything was cool. And then some shit happened in her life that got her moved in with her aunt and uncle. And unfortunately, her aunt and uncle were very super Christian and did not approve of same-sex relationships and everything. And so we hid just to make her life easier. And I didn't mind that. I mean, I didn't get to see her that often because, she was still in school and I wasn't. And we also didn't go to the same school anymore, on top of that. So we just dealt with it as best we could, having her come over every once in a while, etc., etc. Spend the night. And so but we were in an open relationship. In fact, we were in a poly a couple of times, with or at least once. We were in a poly once in an open relationship from the majority of our relationship, and we had agreed to a certain set of rules. And ultimately, we ended up breaking up because she couldn't follow the fucking rules and communicate when she needed to, that she didn't like the rules the way they were set, or she was having troubles or whatever. She didn't, communicate, and that's why we ended up breaking up. Alright, I'm having difficulty getting the right angle. There we go. So that's why we were having, that's why we ended up ultimately breaking up, is because of a lack of communication on her part. And she ended up, unfortunately, she ended up pregnant in high school, because, which is annoying, because one of the rules that we had set was that she was always supposed to use protection when she was with somebody who wasn't going to be me. I wasn't ready to have sex yet, but she had been sexually active for a while, and because we broke up and then we're back together, broke up back together a few different times. It's just how high school is, unfortunately. And so she had been active way before I was, and I wasn't comfortable with it yet. And plus, she was underage by 2 years. I didn't want to end up in jail. On top of that, that looks so ganky. Hold on. And so we made these rules so that she could still go out and get what she needed, and I wouldn't have to feel like I was, well, I'm trying to. No, it's just not gonna go any closer than that. It's still gonna look ganky as hell, because it won't go any closer than I. Got a gap. I'm not sure why. And it won't. Whatever. I will deal with it. And that's got a really weird angle to it. Why does that? Why did that? Okay, whatever. That was me. So yeah, the article's a pretty decent read. It's not super long. So if you want, you can go ahead and go and take a look. And why does it target the turret through the roof? Anyway, so we're going to. I'm going to try to fix the icicles. I actually said arsicles for a second, and then we'll do the challenges, and hopefully I'll have an easier time of it than I did on PC. It took forever to finish one of the challenges. Not because it's a difficult challenge. In fact, it's a really easy challenge. No, it was. It's because the
like to join my scavenger hunt.
The
we're gathering unstable nuclear waste.
Hold on, I'm having that same trouble with it. Targeting the turret. Stupid door. I need to get over more, so they're gonna overlap a little bit. But I would rather have them overlap than not be able to have distinct box.
And oil spill. I have never seen anything so beautiful.
Okay. Why are they blue? I have that same problem over here where they're blue. Why are they blue? Alright. Okay, it's just because they're not placed correctly to light up. Why are you being bitch?
How could anyone throw away this used toilet paper?
You light up. Please light up. Why are the other ones are lit up?
What is this? A Braxo scouring board?
Finally. Okay. Why did you? Freaking. Right there. Thank you. That's not what I meant to click. There we go.
There must be more junk around here.
Okay.
When you die, can I harvest
There.
you for
That doesn't
bone
look
shark?
ginky at all. I mean, you can tell some of it overlaps, but it doesn't look as bad off as it did before I insisted on getting the... Anyway. Yes, I'm a little OCD. Okay. So, what's in my... Oh, right, I'm just doing the explosive bait thing. Pardon me. Okay, so... None of it's really that hard. I mean, Deathclaw can be a little challenging, but not hard.
Thank you.
The two things that were time-consuming for me on PC were hacking a terminal and the power armor, and that's just because I had a hard time. I ended up making pieces of power armor because I had a hard time getting to it. And this person's probably already done the terminal for there. And somebody nuked... Why would you nuke here? Or just right here?
One man's junk is
The mine's right here.
Paradise.
Oi, people. It's just people. People are weird. Okay. I'm going to the treetops, treetop village or whatever you want to call it, because I ran into power armor there in my last playthrough after I'd already crafted 3 pieces of power armor. And I'm using this person's camp to get there. Okay, so... Map. I like the fact that one wasteland made it so that it doesn't matter what level you are. Yeah, you'll run into things that are way above your level occasionally, but like you can go into the mire, you can go into the cranberry bog, and what it'll do is instead of hitting level 50 or 60 or 100, um, it'll go maybe 50, not 50, 5, 10 above your level. So there is a chance that you could still survive if you fight them.
Looks like it might rain later. I don't like the fog. Even just a mist makes it harder to see.
Ah, somebody came and took it.
Gotta keep your eyes peeled in this weather.
Son of a bitch. Well, it was worth a shot, right? This is sweet, isn't it? Ruth. Oh, I don't think that's an H. Kowinski Boats. I think.
Fog. Even just a mist makes it harder to see.
That's an actual boat.
If the scorched or the ferals don't get you, the rats will.
That's cool. Anyway. Alright, so that was a bust. I'm gonna cheat a little bit
Just about time to eat.
because I don't want to have to navigate the river slash cliffs. The mire is unfortunately not as flat as typical mires or swamps that I've ever seen or read about. It's got a lot of cliffs or ravines in the landscape. That person's place is pretty cool looking.
This is a dumb break from killing people.
They built it kind of like a an outpost. That's cool. Now, where is their... Oh, there it is. Why are they selling that? You only get the final word for completing Beckett's storyline. Why would you... Anyway.
I am going to have a wild night with these gems.
Doesn't have anything I want. Alright. Now I'm going to walk over here. Okay. After I lift some weights.
This camp could use more corpses.
Oh, come on. There it is. dressed up in a bowler hat and I got suspenders. Kind of like a what do you call it? Those guys in Fallout 4. I can't remember the name of them now. Shit. The ones that ran the derby. I just can't remember the name of them now. Which sucks because I'm not unintelligent. I don't have a horrible memory. I guess it's been so long since I've played the game for any length of time when I'm not just building or anything. Like, I started a new character. I'm on a modded game for Fallout 4. I'll play for half hour, 45 minutes, mostly just building things. And then... Holy crap! Holy crap. Yeah. I need to put on my power armor. In my PC game, my guy is 108, the level, and I just recently bought a full set of plans so I can build the Brotherhood of Steel combat armor, which is a pretty good set of combat armor. My guy's wearing marine armor already, but what I figured I could do is build a full set or two, and then lower level, and then one day go out to like Vault 76, or the lumber yard, or the moonshiner's shack, and I can either leave it in a container of some kind and then go on and play my game, or I can just hang around and wait for a low-level person to come around, whether at the Wayward or near the vault, and just give it to him. I mean, hey, why not? A lot of people, have been helping me out from time to time in this game. Giving me plans, food, water. The guy that gave me a full set of power armor that I'm currently wearing. I'm not allowed to pick it up. That's a metal helmet, man. Oh. Not that helmets do anything in this game anymore.
No fight today. Meet, fight.
Somebody's already been here. Look, the door's open.
Who's there?
No, 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 no. Okay. Now I gotta go. The only other place that I know of that has a low-level terminal. I don't even know where the high-level terminals are. And if I can't find a terminal that's open with this character on this server, then I'll do the rest of the things. And then switch to the lifeguard and see if I can get a terminal to open on that one, on that server. Because it the only other way that I can think of to open a server, not open a server, but to get the terminal open would be to start a new character, but I don't know if that terminal in Vault 76 would count or not. Level 31 already? I am. You guys saw that, right?
Warning.
Potential source found.
Automated message. The Forest Watch detects all supervisors down. Good job.
Oh, come on, load in.
Responder team, proceed to the Ag Center and get to the mainframe. You need to reset the farmhand targeting parameters. That should keep our people safe in the area. Be careful.
Yay!
Detecting potential composting farm.
Another level. Turn to the right. God, yes. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. want to switch characters until later when I get bored and I want to play something. And I don't know what I want to play. So I just end up playing Fallout 76. Alright. Now I'm going to go to Deathclaw Island to kill the Deathclaw, and then I'll go to there's two places that I know of in the lower level areas that spawn power armor. One is the farm called Aaron Holt Homestead, I think is the name of it. And then the other one is over at Camden Park. So, oh, right. I really don't want to put power armor through that. So what I'll do is I'll take the power armor off, I'll put the power armor back on when I get across. Because this is deep enough that I'll sink and it'll take forever for me to get through. See? Especially since I don't have marsupial to jump back up. Okay. So... armor. Oh, come on. Let's heal and eat and stuff before I do that. Do that. Alright. Come on, baby. Should have been dead 3 shots ago. But you know what? Whatever. Egg. Cool. This looks like something's sitting. Something that I am now overburdened with. Okay. Waste acid's always good. 45 round is always good. Hunting rifle. 45. Molotov. 45. You guys were underprepared for Deathclaw. Deathclaw! Things to sell. Okay, let's get out of this power armor so I can get back across the river. It said dirty water, didn't it? That was weird. Okay. We're going over here because there's a workbench that I can... do stuff with. Oh! Level 30. I want to sell it, but I won't get as much. I won't get 188 from the bot. scrap it. I'm not overburdened anymore. Yay! Okay, so let's go over here so that I can mark that as a favorite. What is over here that it keeps shooting at things? Sounded like a fart. Nobody, doesn't look like anybody owns this. No. Okay. I'm still underburdened, so we're gonna go Grafton Station so that I can sell some stuff, put stuff into my stash box, whatnot, and then we'll use the explosive bait and get that out of the way. And while that's loading, I'm going to top up my soda. You guys want something that is massively reusable, affordable, and everything. Get yourself some ball jars. You know, the mason jars. They've got ones that are 64 ounce jars, and then you get yourself some. I call them flip top. They're made specifically for using bell jars as drinking vessels. It's a flip top plastic thing with a silicone ring inside of it to keep it from leaking.
Here, citizen.
And it's just been an absolute awesome thing.
Welcome, citizen. I am authorized to trade supplies. Be sure to stock up while you can.
It never lets me sell the Yogwai meat. It drives me crazy. Okay. Now, where did they want me to go for this? there. Green County Lodge. So yeah, let's go over to the Green County Lodge and do that one. That way there's no risk of rad scorpions. I really, really hate rad scorpions. there's there's like a handful of creatures in Plop, pardon me, that I absolutely hate. Uh, and I include, when I say creatures, I mean bots and all that stuff too. Saltrons, rad scorpions, sentry bots, Deathclaws, you know, the biggins basically. Oh, come on. Somebody killed the creatures that were supposed to be here, the dogs. Can't pick that back up. You guys suck. Not what I meant to do. Okay, new spot. Yeah, that's somebody's camp. Apparently I'm gonna have to, because they already killed all the creatures that could have come to the meat trap. I know, explosive bait, but meat trap works just as well. Because I really don't want to have to try to find more fragmentation mines or frag mines and shit to rag stag meat and all that stuff to make the damn things with. Because this is the only quest I use them for. Bleach dog. think I've done the one up here before. Yeah.
Let's hear it for brutal efficiency. Yeah! I guess the trappers didn't mind picking shrapnel out of their quarries. As cruel as the trappers were, the diehards were the exact opposite. Don't let their name fool you. We called them that because their stubborn asses refused to give up their dignity and couldn't bear to commit unprovoked violence. I don't know much about their special tactics. Did they have any? I don't know. Go find a Deathclaw and make friends with it or something.
Okay. Deathclaw, make friends. Too bad I already killed the... Oh, well, maybe it'll resurrect it for this, quest. Let's find out! Ay. Hold on one second. I was checking on my cousin's Facebook. She posted something on Facebook. Had nothing to do with me. Or her kids. That's one thing that would be really awesome. If we could... In Publisher's Clearinghouse, I'm gonna move closer to her. Let's check. No, because check to see if Deathclaw comes out. Deathclaw comes out. I don't have enough time to put my power armor on. Our armor on first. I miss my cousin. She's got a family of 3 boys and everything, so like she's too busy to be able to come out here.
Whoa! Hey, hold on! I didn't think you'd actually do it. We're talking about a Deathclaw here for crying out loud. Well, you're there now. Either kill it or don't. I don't care, as long as I don't need to find a new assistant. Hey, good on you for killing one of the nastiest creatures out there. I mean, you're fucking nuts for even trying it, but I like that about you. It's probably a good time to teach you that not everyone can be your friend out there. That's the real takeaway from the diehards. Moving on, the Blackwater Bandits were known for being sneaky thieves. Let me tell you, they once hit a Brotherhood of Steel camp. Insane, right? They snuck right past the guards and stole guns, ammo, mini nukes, you name it. Right out from under the poor bastards while the rest of them slept. Next thing you know, the knights moved on out with their tails between their legs, and we had a new arsenal. Well, the Brotherhood's gone, but we still have heavily armed super mutants. Go steal from them, sneak around. Maybe you won't have to fight them all.
But really, all I care about is their gun stash. Might be a good haul, might not. There's only one way to find out.
I'm gonna slaughter them all. Yes, indeedy. Feed the needy. Here, meaty, meaty, meaty. Here, meaty, meaty, meaty. Where you at? I don't... Oh, you're on the stairs.
So weak. Oh.
I'm weak. You're a two-shot Charlie.
What'd you find? A missile launcher? Bet you could got some real damage with that. Whatever you picked up, keep it. You've earned it. Okay, this one's a little disgusting, but it's ruthless, so I like it. Ugh, my stomach turns just thinking about this. Then again, I haven't been hungry in a while, so who knows how desperate I'll be when I am and there's no more food to eat. Kinda like the gourmands. We called them that instead of what they really were. Cannibals. I'm not gonna make you eat anyone, but let's go through the exercise anyway. I saw a roaming pack of feral ghouls I want you to hunt down. They're always good for target practice anyway. I'm not saying the gourmands had the right idea. Ugh. But no one can claim they went hungry eating human or ex-human flesh. Just use a toothpick or something before you come back to visit. I don't want to catch a whiff of rotting ghoul flesh on your breath.
Sickle Man is here. Didn't mean to eat those. not overburdened anymore. Okay, so there is a pack of ghouls over here in Flatwoods. If nobody's killed them yet, that I can kill. And since I don't have the cannibal card, we can't do that. But it's hilarious. You should look it up on YouTube. I'm pretty sure there's a few videos of Rose's reaction to eating a ghoul uh, on there. Her reaction is freaking hilarious. I've done it before. Um, Having the cannibal card is okay. But you have to have a very specific build around being a cannibal, and I've never done that. So maybe someday I'll look up how to do a cannibal build. Like a stealthy cannibal. That would be fun. Going to after these ghouls has a secondary goal, and that is there's a stash over there that I can put my junk and stuff that I'm carrying in it. Come on, there we go. There's gotta be less players on PlayStation than there is on Xbox and PC, because I'm always able to get much more resources
Testing
in the
those
places that are
water
more common
samples.
to be stripped
Smart move.
on PC. When I'm on here.
While you're over here, why not grab a stim pack or two?
And they're alive. There's the other one.
Now, the gourmands would go ahead and eat that. Ugh. I can't make you do it, but you're not gonna chicken out on me, are ya? Either way, it's time to report back.
If you don't do it, she tells you she doesn't blame you and all that stuff. You'll hear it in a second. Once I finish this quest, I'll go and see if I can track down some power armor pieces to scrap. Does it say create or repair, or does it say create or scrap? I'll have to look. If it says repair, then I can do that already. I just have to either go back to my camp or uh, go to somebody else's camp.
Well, you've learned a bunch of stuff about raider tactics, and I've got to say, they all seemed ridiculous. Really entertaining to watch from here. Were they effective?
Scrap.
I guess so. You survived, didn't you? We can talk about your reward when you get here. Good job. You?
What's hilarious about Rose and the fact that she doesn't want to remember your name and everything is that she's a robot. She's not affected by chems, despite the fact that she talks about, being wasted or whatever. And they've got almost perfect recall unless something's wrong with their circuitry. And so she's intentionally just fucking with you. By the way, top of the world is, despite all of the loadings, the loading screens and everything, is a great place to farm things to sell. Sometimes you can only find gunpowder, and it's a great place for plastic. In fact, it looks like somebody's come and gotten most, if not all, of the plastic from here recently, because the plates are missing. Bowls are ceramic, which is why they're still here. Yeah, somebody's come and gotten all the plastic. This is one of the places that I went to farm plastic back when we were doing the fortifying Atlas stuff. So.
Ah, you're back. Why are you looking at me like you want something? Your reward is the knowledge you've gained from me. Congratulations. Hell, whatever. You can have some more stuff I got laying around, too.
I thought she would comment on the ghoul thing. I totally thought I remembered her doing that. Whether, when you came back to talk to her. I guess not. It's okay. Sharp black diamond. Does 81 damage. Does +1 to your strength.
Hey, I feel like I trust you enough now to let you in on a little secret. My old raider pals left a cache of treasure behind when they all checked out.
Fucking
Problem
lying
is,
bitch.
it's locked away and I can't get in there. Double problem, no one trusted each other enough to give anyone complete access to the treasure. No way! That legend predates all the bombs, the yelling, the ferals, all of that. This treasure belonged to the gangs. All of them. I don't actually know what's in it, because I never seen it. But it's gotta be good, right? Raider loot at the wazoo! So they split up the key. See, each gang's leader had a holotape with their own personal password on it. Find them all so I can patch them together and make the master key. It's more technical than that, but you wouldn't understand. Check out Blackwater Mine first. That's the last place we heard from Freddie Lang, the leader of the Blackwater Bandits. Pretty sure she had a terminal there. Might be worth a look-see.
Okay. Now we'll go and search for the power armor, and then if I still haven't found any at the 2 locations that I have access to right now, then we'll continue the quest line and we'll try again a little bit later, because they do renew every so often in game. So I can do like 1 or 2 quests to help level up, and also to continue on the path so that I don't have to do all of this later. And then yeah, like I said, some things take a really long amount of time, not because they're hard to do, but because everybody else is doing them too, and it makes it really difficult to find an locked terminal or
I'll be
pieces
straight
of
with you.
armor.
I think we're past the point where I just want to use you to further my own goals. I may be starting to like you.
Oh, excuse
Now,
me.
I don't want you thinking your pal Rose is going soft on you, so let me just say this. If you ever get it in your head to screw me over, I will gut you with this here saw and string your entrails up like nothing personal.
Come on. Sometimes it just doesn't make it worth it. Chassis in there. Probably not. Door's open. That's why I figured it probably not. Okay, so that is gone. I got dailies to do over here. Damn, I have all of them to do over there. Did I just not do that? I don't know. Normally you only have 3 of them when you first start doing the Camden Park daily thing where you have to wear the uniform and clock in and the whole shebang. Hey, I might have, excuse me, Raider pieces, because normally the power armor that's in here is Raider power armor. So I might get pieces that are higher level than what I've got, and then I can just scrap the ones I've got. I'm trying to level up, so why not? All up in my face! Why are you in my face? Especially since they had a gun. All up in my face. Somebody's been through here, which is not a surprise. People come through for the cans all the time. You're about to hit me with a pitchfork, and yeah, whatever. Fusion core, did need one because I'm running low on fusion cores. Where are you at? Back here. Back here. it's a level 35 piece of radar armor, so I can't even use it right now. So it is getting scrapped. Oi! Okay, so now we're going to go back to my camp, do some stuff. Well, first we should probably sell some stuff, right? So we're gonna go back to the Pleasant Valley Station, and then we'll. I don't have to go to my camp at that point, but I'm overburdened. How am I overburdened? Oh well. Overburdened anyway. There we go. That's not what I wanted to do. Alright. What's that? Okay. I need to find out. Six power armor. Power armor locations. Just near Vault 76. The crosshair. Lumberyard. Homestead. Crosshair. Crosshair's up here. Somewhere. I think it's up here. So we'll fast travel here again, and then we'll go look and see if it's still there or if somebody stripped it. There's usually more than one piece of power armor on the one on Camden Park. One of course it spawns is luck. So I have found almost full sets of power armor before back there. But I've never taken it because it's Raider armor. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with Raider armor. It's pretty decent, but it's not the look that I typically go for my characters. So I don't normally grab it. I normally just either leave it alone and take the fusion core or I scrap it. Okay, I want to go this way. Jump. And then that. And I'll get... it's a Blood Eagle location. So as I get closer to where I've put my marker, I'll see an outline. So it's a marked location that I'm going to. Just haven't been there in this playthrough. In fact, I think the only reason I went to it before was because on my PC game is because I was sent there for a fetch it quest, either for Foundation or the Crater. That's how I know the general location of where it is. That's okay. Interesting. See, there's the outline from the. It's very faint. But I can see it. And I believe, other than leveling up, that'll be the last challenge if I can complete it with this set. If it's there, who knows? Hi, for interest of the bat that we were actually wielding. Okay. Power armor is there. Oh, cool. Now if I don't get some assholes here, I'm just dealing busy trying to kill these things. Done. Yay! And I'm still overburdened. By how much? 2. Now 1. Okay, so I can drop that. Drop that. And no, I shouldn't be overburdened anymore, but I am. Okay. Is there anything else I can drop that doesn't really matter? Oh, I can eat that. And then that, and can fast travel. Okay. I should probably go someplace where I can sell shit. So we're gonna go over to the Grafton Station so that I can sell stuff that's taking up weight, space, and inventory, and then scrap. And if that, I already scrapped everything, but put the scrap into the junk section of my storage, and then now all I have to do is worry about leveling up. So we'll continue the adventure of getting the master key for Rose, the lying bot that she is. The story behind Rose is hilarious because, and a little bit tragic, but there is this raider, princess, queen, however you want to put it, who was named Rosalie, and she was killed, or supposedly killed, and then her boyfriend, who was technically her sugar daddy, ended up blowing up Grafton Dam, Charleston Dam, sorry, and he kind of caused her death. It's kind of convoluted because she was captured trying to get, as she puts it, she was trying to get a present for him, and she got captured by the responders. And so, from what I've pieced together, the responders told everybody that they'd killed her or executed her. They actually didn't.
Don't
They just
face
had hold
the
of her.
wasteland without the
And so
proper
her
supplies.
boyfriend thought she was dead, flooded the place, killing, everybody, or, at least causing a lot of damage. And then she ended up actually dying inside of a cell.
Stock up
Because
now
there was nobody
while
left alive that could
supplies
get her.
are available.
And then, because he thought she was already dead, nobody came to rescue her, of course. And then he ended up creating, because he was part of Robco, I think it was Robco. He was part of West Tech. Not West Tech, the pharmaceutical company. I can't remember the name of it. And so he ended up creating the program for Rose, and modeled her after the Raider personality that the Rosalie had formed after the bombs fell and the Raider factions were created. Then, because he wanted her to act exactly like her, he modified her memory so that she wouldn't act all sad or whatever. I don't know exactly how to put it. And so okay, I did all that. So she acts like she is now. You find all of this out as you play through Wastelanders and everything. If you bother to even listen to holotapes or read things that you find out in the world. And then he created this huge because he supposedly couldn't get her body because he thought she was already buried or whatever. He created this huge monument off of a cliffside back where they used to go as a romantic getaway spot. And it's a whole thing. So, okay. I have to go. Oh, that's not good. Good thing I can't. Good thing I don't have to fast travel directly there. I can take my time to get there. Hopefully, uranium fever will go away while I'm on my way there. But just about everything in this game before they put Wastelanders in and actually have people who are alive as Blood Eagles and Raiders and Settlers and all that stuff. Everything was a huge tragedy, and Wastelanders gave them the opportunity to expand upon some of the stuff they'd already set as lore for the game in the launch storyline. Like you get to meet up with the Overseer and talk to her and find out a little bit about what she's been trying to do. And of course, they also don't explain how this house that she built in Sutton just appears, but whatever. I mean, look how fast we can build our camps. So it's a little weird, but and why? I would love to talk to some of the people who made the decisions on where she built her home and everything, because she doesn't go into the reasons why she chose Sutton, which was the town she grew up in, rather than let's say Welsh, and I'm curious about it. Whether or not she made that decision because she's trying to bury her guilt and grief over her ex-fiance's scorching and ultimate death. And so she settled next to her childhood home to think of all those things. Except for her life was a tragedy even before she joined the Vault, or Vault Tech in general. Before she even went to the university. Her mom died, and it's just there's this whole thing. So you know, with her mom's death and then her father's death before she even broke up with her fiance and stuff, I'm curious about why she settled in Sutton, because she already had a lot of horrible memories there too. You know, so I don't know. That's why I'm curious. Because they don't allow you to ask these questions. They didn't fill in that part of the lore or anything. Yeah. It's kind of like I have this feeling that on lore and everything, that Meg, the leader of the Raiders, and Ren are sisters. And they remind me a little bit of the sisters in Far Cry New Dawn, without being cruel, insane bitches. Which, don't even get me started on Far Cry New Dawn. It's a decent game, and it really is a pretty cool continuation of the end of Far Cry 4. But the fact that the mother of whom I assume gave birth to them just because of things that are covered in the storyline and everything, grew up to be psychotic bitches, just doesn't sit well with me. So yeah, because I'm assuming in Far Cry New Dawn that the mother of the twins is the sniper lady that I can't remember the name of right now, and she was honorable, a hugely honorable person, and wouldn't be the type of person that would marry somebody that was like what they describe her husband being, or partner. And yet, she supposedly did. And then allowed her daughters to be raised like that. I'm sorry. The person that you get to... I understand that not everybody stays the same. The personalities change because of, you know, various reasons. Especially after, you know, the apocalypse happens or whatever. But I'm sorry. The woman that was the sniper that I think is their mom in Far Cry 5 would have taken her toddler daughters the minute she found out that their father was the psychotic ass, okay? She would have taken her daughters and run back to where it was safe, or where she could, you know, take them and raise them as a good influence. She wouldn't have stayed, and she wouldn't have left them there and took off either. So it just irks me a lot. Okay. I've done this so many times.
Not that I'm a creep, but I was watching you through the viewfinder again and saw you enter the mine. Can you still hear me? Whatever. It's not like you can radio back. Anywho, I recall we completely lost track of the Blackwater Bandits back in '96. Freddy wasn't looking too good last time we saw her alive. Not her usual bright and spirited. Real sick. Awful. Something happened in that mine hideout of theirs. Not sure what, but if you can figure it out, you'll be able to track down that fragment. I'll catch up. Nice to crawl out of that cave.
We're gonna get the fragment, and then that'll be it for the stream tonight. that glowing one is Fred. Alright. Now I gotta find a place to... Nope, I just gotta leave the mine. There's workbenches outside. My favorite mine in the game is the Lucky Mole mine, and that's because since One Wasteland, they've made that into a raider. Well, it's not really a raider; it's a cultist area, and then they've got this thing called the infiltrator. I think it's called, and it looks like kind of like a twisted version of Cthulhu. But not only that, the mine is just like nothing but lead with a little bit like crystals, raw crystal thrown in. And so if you do a run through there, not only will you get pretty good XP and stuff to scrap, like weapons, but you get a ton of lead ore. I usually end up with almost 100 in lead ore when I go through there, and then there's after that I only have to do maybe 1 or 2 runs a week on PC to keep myself in lead.
Greetings.
Because
Detection error.
I go through ammunition like water.
Hey, you're back.
And there's armor.
I guess you found it, huh? I'm just gonna assume you did and move on. Let's check with the trappers next. They had a camp.
I'll leave the armor there. I'll take the fishing core.
So they could keep
I don't
an
want to
eye
be
out along
mean.
the road from the southeast. We never did find out what happened to them. We were spread pretty thin by the time they disappeared. Someone or something probably got to them. Maybe they left a note behind or some other clue. They were real outdoorsy types, like camping and hunting, so be careful searching the camp for their piece of the key. If it wasn't obvious, they were really into traps.
Alright. Okay, from here there's the station, and that's where I'll log out. Because if I remember correctly, the Trappers Camp is over near Huntersville, and is a little bit of a pain in the ass because, as she said, they really like traps, and they put booby traps and like landmines, proximity mines, all that shit nearby. Okay, hello. The fuck? Okay. Okay, I don't have a mic either.
At your service, sir.
Get down. Thank you, Mr. Gibbs.
May I be of assistance?
Oh, come on. Thank you. Okay. Talk at you later.